I asked a couple of my friends and checked in my inbox, and my most requested video is my game room tour. So I'm going to get it right out of the way and do a video on it. Now this is going to be a 3-part video. I'm going to break it down like this: game room, living room, and bedroom, because I have like my arcade cabinet and a lot of my games and a lot of my, modern consoles out in the front room and in the bedroom. I have games everywhere. Me and my girlfriend are huge gamers. We love gaming, so we have consoles and stuff everywhere. So this is just part 1, and this isn't my entire collection. I wanted to get that off the bat. So let's start. I tried doing this and it went well over because I was talking too much about stupid stuff. Well, I don't think it's stupid. I love all my video games, and that's why the video was so long. I'm going to try to go a little bit quicker this time. So, Final Fantasy poster, Grand Theft Auto poster, that's the door. This room is a work in progress. I just got it. Roommate moved out. Blank wall because the door goes over it when you open the door. So I didn't want to, ruin the posters. I don't know what I'm going to do there yet. I think I might do like those Mario decals. You see. Game chair, that sucks. Don't buy one like this. They're just awful. It was a gift. Little PSP complete collection. Got a lot of PSP games in that binder. Loose ones. GameCube collection. And there's more in the back of that. And then GameCube collection. Then you move on to the Wii, which I have a lot more Wii games than that, probably triple. Here's some more in the back and more in the front room. Lots more, and I got a hard drive on my Wii, and I got a lot of like Virtual Console games and such. Psychic Force 2012 and a Code Breaker for my Dreamcast. This box has handhelds and handheld accessories in it. Pull this down here. Got my Japanese Saturn games. I'm not going to pull it all the way out because I don't want to spill. Some of the rare Japanese Saturn games I own is Super Tempo, impossible to find. That was got a huge story about that. When I do a review, man, that was a pain in my ass. I had to buy it from like the same buyer 3 times because he was unsatisfied at my winning bid. So I had to keep buying it and keep relisting it and all. We'll move on to that. Homemade cases are just the book on the Japanese games, some of the American ones, and just the disc. I keep them all in here. These are Saturn games as well. Arcade stick that I'm trading wouldn't fit in the first package, so I'm going to have to put it in the second package. I've got some more Saturn games and in these little things down here. You can see, I can't remember if I pull that out. Love the Sega Saturn. More posters. I would slow down and show you more and talk about them, but we gotta keep moving or I'm not gonna make it. Then when we get down to the bed, through a little bed for the guests, or me if I'm sleeping. This is the basket that clicks onto that last rack I showed you. Has controllers and whatnot in it. Just controller basket basically. Virtual Boy I'm trading. It's in a trade. I got a little stack of a little bit of everything VHSs I like. Some Turtles and video game playing a gift I got for my birthday, and that's the coolest thing ever. Look at those mini consoles. April's holding a game box. Inside that box there's a little game and it goes into that console. It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Got some Dreamcast games here, complete. Keep some of the rare ones and my favorites over here. It goes all the way around, and they're full like that. Love my Dreamcast. Some box Genesis games. I used the VHS holder and mounted it to my closet. So, my complete. I've done this collection within 3 years. I have a horrible story on how I lost my collection. 3 people helped me lose my collection, and I'll get into that at a later date. Got my Genesis games, some Family tape there. It looks like an Aladdin game. This is what the Aladdin games look like, if you don't know. Quattro. Master System game. Coleco game, but most of them are Genesis. Going to my closet, it's kind of dark. You got a Lynx up top here and Naughty Bear on the back. I don't know if you can see, but I rigged a shoe rack. And there's just controller upon light gun on that. The rack's completely full. And in the back, I don't know if you can see, probably not, looking at the monitor here. Bunch of racing units and larger accessories like that. Little NES collection I'm building. I love all my NES games. I bagged some of the more valuable games to me, or the nostalgic ones, so the air don't get to them. Don't know if that bit rot or any of that's true, but I do my best to try to prevent it. I don't know if you can see there, the orange right there, those are TurboGrafx 16 semi-complete, because they don't have the cardboard box. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I got a bunch of 64 games there, it goes all the way back. The loose, just the cart ones. Some DS games, it goes back. Some N-Gage and Lynx games, and it goes back. And we got some long box Sega CD games. Then we go over here, we got this. This is just odd and ends, memory cards and whatnot. All those little things for video games that you don't want to lose. Replacement screens, screen protectors. They all go in that little drawer. Lynx games got bagged up. A Virtual Boy complete. Some 3D glasses for like Road Rash. Or Rad Racer, excuse me, not Road Rash, Rad Racer. Some 64 games. Love the 64 wrestling games by THQ. Don't know why, just do. 3DO games, Lungbox, some Death Smile sets, all kinds of stuff back here. Keyboards, Dreamcast and Saturn, Halo Reach poster, Game Saver for the Super Nintendo. This is really cool, so if you are playing your Super Nintendo original game and you gotta go to work or something, you don't have to leave the console on, you can just save it. Go to work, come on, turn on your console and load it. Up here I got boxes. Some have stuff in them, some don't. Got a lot of Quantum Fighter pads, and they weren't what they're cracked up to be by the review, so if anybody wants one of those, let me know. More boxes, and that goes all the way back, and back there, and back there. So, in these drawers here, let's see what we got. We got some paper stuff on top, some Pokemon books, Game Genie, Mega Man comics. Inside here, we got a Tiger handheld, a box for Aladdin game. Multi-tap, whatnot, just odds and ends in here. VCD card, these are kind of rare for Sega Saturn, so you can watch VCD movies. Okay, got some 32X games. Boxed, love my 32X, one of my favorites. Got some boxed NES games. Some boxed Genesis and 64 games, and some Super games towards the end. And we just got some more odds and ends. Lots of my books. When I just have the cart, I can keep them separate for space issues. And then I bag them up and then pull them out as I need them. So I got like a bunch of books. It's pretty thick. For all kinds of systems. 64 books. Virtual Boy books. NES books. Just so I keep some of my books. There. And in this drawer, kind of messy, loose Super games. And a couple 64 games. I've been trying to weed them out. There's actually quite a bit of 64 too. So I've been going through those, mostly the Super games. Try to get them all boxed up in these. Try to get those cleaned up. Got a lot of those plastic boxes if you need any. They're used because I got a good deal on a ton of them. But let me know. They can be cleaned up and I'll give you a super good price because they're pre-owned. Alright, some strategy guides I showed you guys in a previous video. Here's where I keep them. Some more strategy guides. Off so we can get into this drawer. More Super games and 64, a couple 64, mostly Super in this drawer it looks like. Aladdin Deck Enhancer, got two of these that looks like Dizzy's inside it. I like these, pretty cool. Little add-on for the NES that failed. Probably Comerica and Codemasters got sued, I can only imagine. Let's check it out. We got some recording equipment for the video to keep in that box, so some of my video equipment. We got some PS1 games. If it's just the book or just the disc, I keep them in this binder here. So PS1 games. Let's see what else we got here. PS2 games do the same thing if they're just the disc. Keep them in these binders. Alright, we better move on. Let's see. I'm probably skipping over a bunch of stuff, and I apologize. Let me go down here real quick so I don't skip out on a lot of this stuff and tell you. I got a lot of box stuff down here, my mats and like my maracas for the Dreamcast and whatnot, and like my Virtual Boy setups in here, and like most of my games for it. Got some more games up there. Cords, controllers, you name it. This thing's completely full and you can't really see under there. I got a lot of these things, my Case Logic under there, and they're full of like PlayStation games and other disc games that I don't have the room for that I want to keep complete. So then I got a bunch of those, you know, and I just don't have the time to show you. When I do videos of my single collection, like when I show you guys my PlayStation collection, then I'll go into greater details. And if one of these catches your eye out of the corner of your eye and you want a review, let me know, because I have them everywhere and they're full. Got me a GameCube there, it's not hooked up, it has a Game Boy on it, clear, blue clear, 64 with the RAM, that's why it's red there. Got the Saturn there with some RAM. We were playing it and that's why that's out. Girlfriend came home for her lunch break and we played some King of Fighters 97. Arcade stick there, some boxed and long box Saturn games here, some PlayStation ones because I don't know what I'm going to do with the long box ones. Mission stick, Game Gear. I don't have any games, but I got the Master Gear for it, so I can put Master System games on the go. Arcade stick with the custom ball. Have the old ball still. Those are great for the Dreamcast. I have some of my games in here that are just the book, or I have the case that I haven't located or whatnot, and some of my backups. Even though you know, I don't count the backups, and usually it's a game that I try and I just have bad luck buying the original, like this one, Sonic Adventure. And check out my video if you don't know what I'm talking about. The rest are all legit and nice, and Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I just don't have the room to keep everything complete. Gotta go through that. There's over 200 in there, I believe. Got some imports. Arcade stick here. TV there, old TV for like Atari games and stuff. Have a GameCube attached to it, some books, monitor for my Dreamcast there with a little VGA adapter, TurboGrafx 16, some more posters, keep my Neo Geo CD in here. I'm going fast because it looks like we're running out of tape and time for the video. Keep my Neo Geo CD or Pocket Games in pocket and that thing. Marvel vs. Capcom poster I just got in a trade, really cool, a nice poster. PS3 games, I keep all my PS2 games and Xbox games caged up because I have a friend that has sticky fingers and keeps spilling them. More Xbox games in my room because I play a lot of old Xbox in my room, so that's all caged up. Pull that out, underneath I got these storage things right here, full of Sega 32X games and disc games, Sega CD games that are just loose in there. This is for plug and plays. It flips out for the plug and plays. That's how we test them, or if we need to test the console real quick, you can hook it right into the side. Runs on plug or batteries. Some more loose games here. We got PS2 games in that rack. And in a nutshell, I mean, there's a lot I skipped over. Sorry guys.